In the swirling dance of history, nations rise and fall, not always in power, but in trust. And sometimes, two paths that once had no quarrel find themselves woven into a narrative of suspicion, retaliation, and cold silence. This is the story of the United States and Iran, a tale not just of politics, but of pride, revolution, and the long memory of nations. But before the revolution, hostages, a nuclear standoff, there was oil, and there was a man named Mohammad Mossadegh. In the early 1950s, Mossadegh, Iran's elected prime minister, had a dream: a sovereign Iran, where the wealth beneath its soil served its people, not foreign empires. So he kicked out the mighty British oilmen and nationalized Iran's black gold. To his people, Mossadegh was a hero. To the West, he was a threat. And so in 1953, CIA answers the daring of Mossadegh's claiming Iranian oil with its first ever coup, Operation Ajax, a Hollywood-worthy plot, bribes, fake news, and mobs. Mossadegh was overthrown, and the Shah was put in power. The Shah modernized Iran, but ruled harshly. Many Iranians saw him as a puppet of the US. Dissatisfaction and anger whispered for years. In 1979, those whispers became a roar. Iranian people rose, not just against a man, but against a system they believed was foreign to their identity. The revolution, led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, transformed Iran into an Islamic republic, marking a new chapter of hostility toward the United States. The US became not a partner, but a symbol of betrayal, of imperial meddling, of everything the revolution sought to cleanse.
Here was not an embassy. It was a CIA center. This was a den of espionage, where they were plotting against the Iranian people.
And then, the embassy, 52 Americans held hostage for 444 days. In the eyes of Washington, it was not just an act of aggression, but an unforgivable stain. From that moment on, the relationship turned cold. Sanctions were imposed, one after another. As years passed, the US painted Iran as a state sponsor of terror, a rogue power, an axis of evil.
The United States continues to work to disrupt Iran's support for terrorism. Iran remained the leading state sponsor of terrorism globally.
Iran in turn called America the Great Satan, accusing it of orchestrating coups, supporting dictators, and fueling regional instability. Both sides believed they were defending their truth. As the decades unfolded, the battlefield shifted, not with bullets, but with embargoes, economic isolation, and strategic silence. Then came the nuclear file. Iran's pursuit of atomic energy became a crucible of suspicion. The US, fearing weaponization, tightened the noose. Iran, claiming sovereign rights, dug in deeper. There was hope once. The 2015 nuclear deal, a moment of fragile peace. But politics is a delicate flame. With the stroke of a pen in 2018, it was extinguished. And so the sanctions returned. Oil, banks, metals, medicine, even dreams. Today, the two nations stand across a deep canyon, not because they are natural enemies, but because history has made them so. Until that canyon is crossed, not by missiles or markets, but by understanding, the embargoes will continue and the shadows will lengthen.